Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. Just a little video to let you guys know that we've crossed 29,000 subscribers, and for that I have to say thank you. I guess I'll use that a bit also as a state of the channel to pretty much mention where the channel is at right now, and maybe hopefully mention what I'm planning to do with the channel in the future. Obviously the channel is mainly about this universe online. But when I called the channel Multiverse, I was thinking that maybe I could cover more than just DC Universe Online. Maybe I could cover other games. Maybe I could cover other things like movies, comics. But in the long run, I ended up pretty much covering mostly DC Universe Online for a few reasons. Like at some point, I did try to cover other games. But sadly, first, some of those games sometimes would copyright claim the videos. Like for example, at some point I wanted to make videos about a game called Dragon Dogma. Sadly, Capcom systematically claim any videos talking about their games. So pretty much any Dragon's Dogma video I would make would be copyright claimed. I tried to cover other games also like Neverwinter. Sadly with Neverwinter, once in a while, like sometimes my videos would not get copyright claimed, but sometimes they would get copyright claimed. And sometimes when they would get copyright claimed, it wasn't so much by the game maker itself. It was sometimes by maybe the guy who made the music or a third party that in a roundabout ways was involved in the game. So I quickly realized that trying to cover other games was a bit more challenging than I thought, because sadly some studios or some music composers would pretty much copyright claim those videos. It's sad, but that's how it is. Also, I did try to cover at some point some TV shows like the Arrow TV show, the Flash TV show. So I was toying with the idea of making videos about the Arrow TV show, the Flash TV show, the Supergirl TV show. At some point, pretty much the whole Arrowverse was pretty awesome, and I was toying with the idea of making videos about it. Until once more, a whole bunch of my videos were copyright claimed because I would use images from the show in the videos, and sadly, someone would copyright claim my video because of that. The same with straight to DVD animated movies. The one exception was Crisis on Two Earths. Like the video did get copyright claimed because I was using images from the movie in the video. But so it's the one exception where I redid the video, removing all the images from the movie. But it's the one video that I kept like that. All the other videos I got rid of them. So sadly, trying to cover other stuff than DC Universe Online was more challenging than I thought. So as time went by, I pretty much focused on DC Universe Online, but once in a while I would try to make something different, like how Batman Hush should have ended. It's something that I've been thinking about for a long time, and one night when I didn't really know what to do, I just made that video. More recently, I made videos just for the fun of it. Like I've used the soundtrack of one of the Flash movie trailers, and I made what I thought was a pretty fun Batman '89 video. Or I used the soundtrack of the Lord of the Ring trailers to make the Rise of Parallax video. And on those videos, usually I don't put the DC Universe Online logo. So foolishly, I thought that it might be enough for people to realize that it wasn't something really related to DC Universe Online, even though I was using DC Universe Online to make those videos because that's pretty much what I do. So if you see a video that doesn't have the DC Universe Online logo on the thumbnails, odds are it's not really a video about DC Universe Online. Also, I did make videos about other DC games. I figured that there are at least some fans of DC Universe Online that are fans of the DC Universe in general. So I thought some people might appreciate some information about some of those other DC games. Or in the cases of some of those games, some of the cinematics of those games were pretty awesome. Especially one of those games had cinematics with Kevin Conroy in the role of the Batman. So I thought sharing that video to all the DC fans out there and all the Kevin Conroy Batman fans out there. I thought it was worth making a video about it, even though the game has been cancelled for quite some time. But somehow, some people saw that as a sign that DC Universe Online was dying, that I would no longer cover DC Universe Online because the game would be dead. But that's not even close to being true at all. It's just that sometimes I try to do different stuff. I made over 3,000 videos, and once in a while I'll try to make something different. And again, I thought that seeing how this is a game about DC characters, some of the DC fans playing DC Universe Online might want to hear about those games. I did that with comics also. Once in a while, I'll make a video about some comics that I think are awesome and that people maybe should read. Although I couldn't help but notice that some of the bigger comics channel don't seem to cover comics anymore, or barely cover comics anymore. And when they do cover comics, they don't seem to be getting a lot of views. So sadly, it almost looks like the mainstream comics did a really good job killing any interest that people had in their comics. Although there's the upcoming Godzilla, Justice League, and Kong comics, that seems like it could be a fun comic. So hopefully that will bring back some of the people that gave up on comics. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But sadly, even some of the bigger channels that do cover comics, either don't seem to be covering comics anymore, or when they do cover comics, they don't seem to be making a lot of views. Sadly. But being the foolish fool that I am, you can pretty much expect more videos about the various comics. Of course, on this channel, I will stick to covering DC Comics. Although I might make an exception for something like Batman Spawn, which technically is pretty much a DC Comics, even though it is pretty much produced by Todd McFarlane and his crew. Also, I started making a bit more short videos. We got the emotes not too long ago that have been added to DC Universe Online, and I thought that making a full video about those emotes wasn't really worth it. But then I figured that these emotes would be perfect to make short videos about those. Although I am toying with the idea of making a Who's Who series, like Who's Who in DC Universe Online. I got the Who's Who omnibuses some time ago. So I would pretty much start at the start, starting with Abel. Although in this case, I would probably make a short video about, let's say, Cain and Abel, then Abracadabra, then Adam Strange, and so on. Obviously, that would be a long-term plan because there's literally thousands of characters in those omnibuses. Although there are characters that are pretty much not possible to recreate in DC Universe Online at this point. So obviously, if there's characters that we cannot recreate in DC Universe Online, I would skip over those characters. But the characters like Adam Strange, at this point we can make a pretty good version of Adam Strange in DC Universe Online. So basically, I was toying with the idea of making a short video with each character that we find in Who's Who in DC Universe Online. It's a bit of a mixed bag because so far short videos don't seem to bring a lot of new subscribers, and they don't seem also to have a lot of views. There's maybe one exception, but generally speaking, those short videos don't seem to bring a lot of subscribers, don't seem to bring a lot of views, and even the monetization pretty much stinks. Those videos will bring like 10 cents per video. But I'm not above making videos just for the fun of it, even if those videos don't bring back any money. For example, there's the Century video that I made. That was a fun video to make. And again, some people, when they saw that video, they thought that this was the end of DC Universe Online, or that I would no longer cover DC Universe Online. Like this was a sign that the end was coming. And again, not at all. I just thought it would be a fun video to make, and that you guys might enjoy it. It was a video that I was toying with making for a long time, but as you saw, there was a lot of cuts, a lot of characters involved, so it was a bit of a pain in the butt to put all that together. And sadly, in the end, the video was demonetized, which is why sadly I don't make a lot of videos like that where I use I need to use music that is not free music from YouTube. Sadly, it's a crapshoot. Most of the time, those videos will get demonetized. And again, it doesn't matter so much that I'm not getting money from the video. But sadly, on YouTube, when your video gets demonetized, YouTube does not promote the video. So sadly, if you cannot put ads on your videos, YouTube will not promote the video. It's sadly pretty much that simple. So I am trying some new stuff. And also, I'm going to try to make more short videos. I was a bit concerned about the short videos because I thought it might be too much. Like, basically, I could make 1, 2, 3 short videos a day easily. But I was wondering if maybe people getting short videos every day, maybe that might annoy some people. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. But I've been toying with making, basically, again, I would like to make a series of videos like Who's Who in DC Universe Online. And I would put that video, let's say, every morning at 8 in the morning. I would put one of those videos. So every day you would get up in the morning, check the Multiverse channel, and you would get a Who's Who in DC Universe Online. of a different character. And of course, recently there's been a few videos about the Save the Universe event. So at this point, we do know that Save the Universe will be August 10. Sadly, some of the rewards we are getting from that Save the Universe event are a bit underwhelming, I guess. Some of you guys were not too happy about the rewards, and also about the fact that there's only just a few new rewards this year. Although we are supposed to get news about the next DLC soon, but at this point, again, we don't really know when we will get news about the next DLC. From what I understand, at some point, Meps did mention that we would get the Save the Universe and the next DLC more or less at the same time. Right now, we do have the Save the Universe on the test forums, but we don't have the next DLC just yet. So obviously, we're still going to have to wait for the next DLC. But we also have the Homecoming event that's coming in September. Hopefully, we will get some nice rewards from that event. We're gonna have to wait and see for that. So when it comes to DC Universe Online, don't worry, there is more content coming up. We just don't know when exactly. And when it comes to the Multiverse channel, again, don't worry, you will still get new content. And even assuming that DC Universe Online would shut down tomorrow morning, again, I could try to cover other games. There's the Gotham Knight games that I've been sort of tempted to cover, but pretty much everyone has been trashing that game, so it doesn't seem to be really worth it. There's the upcoming Justice League versus Suicide Squad that I might try to cover, but again, the game is not even out just yet, and already people are trashing it. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. And of course, there's comics that I could cover. Again, the more recent comics, sadly, there's not really much worth covering in those comics. But there's a lot of older comics, of classic comics, that I could keep on covering. Which remind me, I've covered pretty much the first half of the John Byrne Superman run. I'm way overdue to cover the other half. I'll try to do that soon enough. So there you go, guys. So again, we've crossed 29,000 subscribers. For that, I have to say thank you, guys. And don't worry, as soon as we get more information about DC Universe Online, as soon as we know when we will get the next DLC, I will let you guys know about it. And again, when it comes to Multiverse, don't worry, the Multiverse channel is here to stay. And if somehow, again, DC Universe Online was to disappear, there's plenty of other DC content I could cover. I guarantee it.